Greeting HMC friends, and today may you know the presence of God who is with you. The last time I shared with you, I suggested the reading of the book of Psalms. And so I want to put my money where my mouth is and start off with Psalm 1. Blessed is the person who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers. But their delight is in the law of the Lord, and on God's law they meditate day and night. They are like a tree planted by streams of water, which yield its fruit in season, whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Not so the wicked. They are like chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous. The way of the wicked will perish. And this is the word of God for the people of God. And thanks be to God. So as spring has been happening, I have been preparing in the winter months the new rose garden at the church. It's just outside the church office. Last year we moved some roses there, but I needed to do some more work. We replanted them, got them ready for the spring, and they've been eagerly awaiting after the prune for that new growth to appear. Some of them have been doing exceedingly well. And the new one that we planted for Kaylee Crow is just growing at such an amazing rate. But next to it, I noticed one of the roses was not doing so well. So I had a look around it. I gave it a bit of a tug and a pull, and the entire plant came out of my hand. Those pesky ants had been busy. It had been completely eaten in a matter of weeks. In 6 weeks, they had demolished it. They had separated the plant from the root. It was clean. The second rose next to that wasn't looking too good either, so I also gave it a tug and had another plant in my hand. Fortunately, the others around it have survived. I have treated it for that. But it has been a reminder of this psalm that speaks to us about the one who, just like the tree, is planted by the streams of water, who yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Trees give us an amazing story. We know that when we cut a tree, we see the different years that tell us whether the year has been plentiful, or whether it was a lean year, or maybe a year where there was no rain. For the reality is as the tree sinks its root into the ground, it pulls up nutrients to help that plant to survive. And with those roses having been pruned, what has been underneath the ground is what helps them in the spring. And with those ants cutting the plant off from the roots, they withered and they died. And of course, that is the same with our relationship with God. When that has been cut off, there are consequences to our relationship with God. But just like a tree, sometimes we have enough reserves to be able to keep us going through lean times. Because there are sometimes times in which circumstances seem to cut us off from God. And very often it is the supply that we have stored up or the help that is given around us that keeps us going. So friends, sometimes we just plod along, wondering, reading my Bible, keeping faithful to God. What does that mean? That is storing up and keeping that strength going and keeping you going for the times that you need. And so today, be like that tree and sink your roots deeply into God. And we really hope that on Sunday or next Tuesday, you will be able to join us in one of those in-person services. But in the meantime, keep safe, and if you're able to, get vaccinated. God bless.